So it's like 1 a.m. I'm walking around the Singapore airport, and my flight's at like 10 a.m. So I'm basically here overnight. Well, yeah, basically what a trip. Bali will always have a place in my heart. But excited to get home. Very, very excited to get home. Very excited to get home. For those who don't know me and just watching this video for the first time, my name is Julian, and I just came back from a crazy Bali trip. I went there with the boys to work on our online business for a month, and it was a trip that I've been, visioning in my fucking brain for at least a year, and I've worked a lot towards it, and it finally came into fruition. It finally came here. I lived it. I went through it. Now I'm back. I came back. And the question is it worth it? I do want to say, honestly, the main benefits that I was trying to take from that trip wasn't because of Bali specifically. It's not the specific location, right? Like, yes, you can go there and live like a king for cheap. You can go there and ball the fuck out. And don't get me wrong, my mindset was better than ever, waking up into a mansion of a villa, with beautiful weather out there, comparing it to like here where I live in Montreal in the middle of February, March, living with the boys, having big ass windows with the sun beaming down and trying to work. And it was phenomenal. But now being back here, for that, now I settled down. I've been back home for a few days, and honestly, yeah, it's pretty fucking depressing here. But again, that's just life, right? And you gotta be with the family. You gotta just do what you gotta do, But basically, I want to go over: is it worth it? Will your business thrive if you do trips like this, right? And I think your business could thrive, right? But indirectly, I think trips like this, specifically the one I just went through, is more for improving such mindset, improving such environment. And you know how your mindset and environment are super important. And because I've had so much time to think, because I had time to brainstorm, especially on the 30-hour flight back, as you saw before in the beginning, I had a lot of time to think, and I wanted to share you. Let's hop on the screen, right. I want to share you hold on. Two I guess two tips, right? I'm just gonna say tips. Two tips that I really, moving forward, is going to really change a lot of my life, basically. And I wouldn't have learned this if it wasn't going on this trip. So, and one thing first that I wanted to talk about is basically a simple fact, right? This always happens, and I'm never prepared. Hold on, I gotta make this smaller. Bingo. All right. First things first. What I learned that I have to detach myself from industry mindset. Now, what is industry mindset, right? Industry mindset. The industry mindset is basically, as anyone, because again, a lot of people go to Bali as, e-com nomads or online nomads. They do a bunch of businesses, right? And what I've realized talking through people is understanding that when people go into a certain business model, whether it's e-com, whether it's SaaS, whether it's info, whatever it fucking may be, you enter this industry with certain mindset because this mindset has been given towards you. You enter, let's say, the drop shipping space, and you've been implemented through other people what like the mindset or like truths, as I like to say, about the industry. And for an example, I came in and a lot of people are telling me, or, what I've been told is that e-com is hard. E-com is saturated. E-com is difficult to maintain. E-com is also, it's going to take you a lot of time. It's going to take you hard. It's going to blah, blah, blah. All these industry mindset beliefs that's been implemented. And the reason why that's not true, because as you have to understand, there are no truths in this world. There's only ideas, and all these are ideas because it's wrong. There are absolutely retarded kids, like 18-year-old brain rotted fucks who've been in the space for maybe 6 months who've made millions. So it's not a truth. It's not a fact. These people that are saying it's going to be, difficult and blah, 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 it's not a truth. And look, don't get me wrong. It's a very dangerous mindset to believe that everything is super easy and, it's going to come to you very easily and no hardship's going to be in your life. But I was always implemented in my head that what I'm doing right now is difficult and it's going to take a lot of time. Success will only come later down the line when I work. But I'm now understanding and have to really implement in my head that no, what I work on is easy. It is easy to make money online with ecom. It is super easy, and it's so fucking true. We're not even lying to each other. There are retards absolutely fucking making money in printing. People do it in such a short period of time, 3 months, 6 months, millions of dollars. So I'm now starting to implement in my head that what I'm doing is easy. I'm fully capable. And look, I wrote down on a piece of paper that I say every morning some truths and beliefs that I want to implement in my head. And 2 of them are, it is so easy to make money online with ecom. It's so easy. And I'm very capable to overcome these problems. So that's something I wanted to start implementing, where fuck all this shit where it's all hard and difficult, blah, blah, blah. It is easy and I'm fully capable. It's this conviction I have of myself now. Now I'm going to get later to that. And the reason why I want to mention this is another quote that I want to say. And basically it says, the world rejects you because you reject yourself. So before going on this trip, I felt like, whoa, I can't even spell. What's happened? Reject. Damn. Yourself. Right? And during this trip, I was living a king's life, right? And part of me, at some degree, felt like a fraud. And the reason why was because I was thinking that I shouldn't be here. I shouldn't be here because of, let's say, my bank account number or the things that I've already accomplished. I shouldn't be living this life. I don't deserve it. And the world rejected me because I rejected myself. I think that I wasn't deserving. I think I wasn't ready. I think I wasn't capable. I thought that I was not smart enough to live this life or to be successful. And because I rejected myself, the world rejected me. And that's why I didn't see success. And it's with this idea switch, this confidence, this somewhat cockiness. Now, cockiness is to an extreme where you don't want to achieve, but it's this idea that you are worthy, you are deserving, you are capable of doing this. It's so easy to make money online. I want to keep imprinting this in your head. I'm not trying to sell you a dream. I'm trying to sell you this reality. I'm trying to make this reality a thing for you. If you have this belief, it's going to come into reality. That's what I believe. And I'm not telling you this because I sell a course. I'm telling you this because I want this to be an actual reality to you, right? And now another tip. So that was number 1. Another tip, which is a fucking huge tip, right? And I'm actually going to write it down, right? And it's called this cause and effect law. You know this cause and effect law. It's using like the scientific method with like science in like high school, right? The scientific method uses cause and effect, the cause and effect law. And this is no more voodoo shit, right? This is a proven law. With every effect, there is a cause. With every cause equals an effect. So now, why I bring this up is because we usually tend to do more to get more, right? That's usually what we have in our brain, and it's implemented in that. I want more, so I got to do more. But you have to understand that doing more doesn't get you more. I've lived it myself, especially going to Bali and having a friend who actually does less but makes more, who does less and is more successful. Why? Because doing more doesn't directly have an impact on getting more. All right? I know that may sound crazy. Now, this doesn't mean you purposely do less. No, it means you have to understand there are certain tasks, certain things to do that move the needle more. So you technically doing more doesn't mean you're working on something that will actually move the needle, right? I just want to put that out there. And the reason why this doesn't work is because doing more is under effect. It's under effect. But what is the cause? Why do you do more? What cause is being, or be, to be. Now, for an example, you want to do more advanced marketing tasks, right? It's not about focusing on doing more advanced marketing tasks. It's you believing and you being an advanced marketer, you identifying yourself as an advanced marketer, therefore will then lead you to do more advanced marketing tasks, right? So I have this simple equation. I want to little jot it down, right? Okay. And being equals creation. And what does creation mean? What is creation? Creation is beliefs. It is where am I? I'm losing myself on the notes. No. Oh yeah. Beliefs, identity. Why can't I spell? Identity, focus, thoughts, and conviction. So, in order to be, you need to believe more. You have to implement certain beliefs. You need to identify yourself as the thing already. You have to focus more on the things that you do. Focus more on the things that you want to achieve. Your thoughts need to be filled with conviction. These go hand in hand. And let me tell you a story about Jesus. Okay? Jesus right here. Let's try to move the camera a bit. Jesus right here. There's a story about reviving this guy named Lazarus, right? He was dead. I forgot why, but he was dead. He was in his tombstone dead. He would tell people, oh, by the way, he's not dead. He's alive. I've revived him. And people are looking at him like, are you fucking crazy? Are you delusional? He's dead. What do you mean you revived him? He's alive. No way. And Jesus is like, really? Okay, let's go see. Let's have a walk. Let's take a little stroll and let's go walk. So they walk to the tombstone. And everyone's like, you see, the guy's in this tombstone. He's dead. Jesus then said, thank you, God, for reviving him. Thank you. Once Jesus said that, then Lazarus was revived. Then he walked out the tombstone and everyone was in shock. Now, what can we take out of this story? Well, basically, you have to understand, Jesus at first was telling people that Lazarus is alive when he was actually dead. People thought that he was delusional. People thought that he was crazy. Then, Jesus had to kind of be delusional to himself. But it wasn't really delusional. It was through conviction. He even thanked God that he was already alive and revived. He thanked God before he was actually alive. Sorry. He thanked God. Thank you for reviving him before he was actually revived. And that's a lot of lessons that Jesus teaches, is you have to believe these things before they come into reality. It's a fundamental fact. That thing, you have to understand that reality and what you believe in are completely two separate things, and you have to have them correlate with each other. Reality is a delaying factor of your beliefs. Now, how could you believe something when it's not into reality? How could you be someone if you are not that person yet? That is the question that I was asking for the last who knows how long. And let me tell you, I have found the solution. This may be a long video, but who gives a fuck? Stick with me. Take some notes. All right. So let's do this, right? You are this man. Which man am I gonna put? You are this man, right? Okay, we're gonna put this man. He's a construction worker. You are him, right? I'm gonna do you. Okay? You want this car. Okay? You want your dream car. So we're gonna get a car now. You want this car. Let's say there's a red Lambo. Here's a red Lambo. You want this car, right? So you are doing everything in your willpower to work towards this car. But is it the car that you really want? No. People stop it through here. People stop right here. I'm me and I want a car and I'll do my best to get a car. But you are missing the underlying factor of what is it that you actually want. And it's for you to feel a certain way. It's for you to feel like a boss. This is the final reason why you work towards this car, is because you want to feel like a boss. Now, another example is, let's say you were given and if you don't believe me, by the way, that's what I'm going to explain to you. Let's say you were given $1 million. I give you $1 million. Here you go. Here's $1 million. But one rule is you cannot spend it. You cannot use it ever. You can't spend it on any investments. You can't spend it on any materialistic things. You can't spend it. It's just in your bank account and you can't touch it at all. Never, until you die. Would you take it? What's the point of it? Right? So it's not the $1 million that you are working for. It's what the $1 million brings. It's what you can get with that $1 million. Right? So the same thing with the car. You don't want the actual car. You want the way the car makes you feel. Right? Now, the thing is, where we have the issue is you are actually striving to feel like a boss. But feeling like a boss is a feeling. Is the way you feel. It's the way you be. Why are you letting this car be the middleman? You are letting this materialistic thing be the gatekeeper of how you feel. And you are trying to feel like a boss through this car. But when in reality, you can jump over it and go straight to feeling like a boss. And that is how you start to be and feel the way you want to feel, your end desire, without having these materialistic things as a gatekeeper. You can go straight to how you feel. So think about the goals that you want to achieve. I want to make $1 million. I want to make $100K a month with ecom. I want to do this. I want to do that. Why though? Ask the why. You will never understand why you want a car if you don't ask the question why. The way I found out that I wanted a car because I want to feel like a boss is I asked the question, why do I want a car? When I answer the question why, I find out I want to feel like a boss. Therefore, it's a feeling. It's a mental state. I can just right away jump. Okay, I feel like a boss. I'm a boss. I am a boss. I'm convicting myself that I am a G. Right? So this is another, I guess, template or another diagram to show you how it is actually very easily possible to be a certain way, to believe in things before having them into reality. Once you feel like a boss, once you feel like a G, then all the other materialistic things will come into reality. It's an inevitable thing to come after. It's a relying effect. But it is an effect. Like we mentioned before, it is in effect. What is the cause? This, you have to work for the cause. And I know this example of feeling like a boss is a very small, tiny example and probably meaningless, but I just wanted you to understand this concept. This is something I've learned throughout this trip. How there are these idiots making money online. Why? Because they don't focus on the limiting beliefs that this industry puts on you. They don't focus on being insecure. They focus on being the boss. They have such confidence in them, and sometimes that can hurt you to a certain degree. You don't want it to have an ego. There's a diagram, right? You don't want to be two extremes. You want to reach in the middle, and you want to have this mindset to benefit you. You want to feel directly like a boss. You want to feel directly that it's easy and it's capable to make money online, and it's easy, it's fast, it's all this. There's one quote that I want to end off with. All right, let me end it off. Get this mic out the way. If you allow the world to give you things, then you allow the world to take these things away from you. And anything that can be taken away from you is not a part of who you are. Reread that. Pause the video. I don't give a shit. Pause the video, reread that, make sure it sinks in your fucking brain. That. Let me write it properly so you can reread that. Okay, here you go. And what does this mean? The world can take your car away. The world has given you a car, and you can get it taken away easily. Therefore, the car is not a part of who you are. But what can the world not take away from you? Feeling like a boss. That is up to you. Therefore, if you allow the world to give you these things, if you allow the world to give you a feeling like a boss, that feeling like a boss and that confidence can be taken away. And the reason why you allow this feeling to be given to you is because you're allowing these materialistic things to be the gateway. This, get it out of here. Fuck out of here. Delete the shit. You need to feel like a boss without any conviction. I mean, with conviction. You need to understand that the world does not give you that feeling of being a boss. You give it to yourself. You bend the world. You don't have the world bend you. That's pretty weird. But you have to understand, you bend reality. You create it. And it cannot be taken away from you. Stop thinking you don't have enough. That's a scarcity mindset. Start thinking you are enough. You have enough. You have every resource possible. You are capable with the intelligence you have. You are given so many opportunities to make something of yourself, to make so much money online, and a lot of it quick, sustainable, consistent. You're able to provide and protect whatever your dream is. You have enough to do those things. You are it. You are it. You're the boss. There's no more car, as you can clearly see, in the way. There's no more. It's you. Oh, it's you feeling strictly, directly, feeling like a boss. Thank you for watching. This is a huge lesson that I've learned. It was a very pivotal moment for me in my life to take this trip and to understand these lessons. And I'm very, very grateful to go through this. And I think, yes, your business could thrive if you go to Bali, or your business could thrive going on these trips, but not directly. What's the difference of action-wise, of doing, of me being home or me being there? If anything, I've done more doing and working physically here than out there, but that doesn't mean that I have a more successful business. These trips and these things allow me to understand these concepts, to understand these mindsets, to go through these experiences, to then therefore later have a relying effect on my business. Thank you for watching. It's good to be back. It's kind of low-key depressing, but we manage, we pull through, it doesn't matter. Thank you for watching, and of course, as always, I'll see you at the top.